My name is William Hurd. I'm from Tupelo, Mississippi. I guess I would consider myself an artist now of probably about 20 years. 20 years ago, I was in a car accident, finishing my degree in Starkville, going to Mississippi State University. Some friends and I left a restaurant late one night, and we got too close to my house, and I lived on a gravel road, and the driver lost control of the car, and the car fished into a ditch. I got thrown from the back seat into the windshield, and I broke my neck. Back here is C5-6 vertebrae. And from that point on, my life changed forever. Ambulance came, took me to the hospital here in Tupelo, and they that night did surgery on my neck, and which it left me a quadriplegic, which I can't move my fingers or my legs or my toes. And over time, I regained strength in my arms, and went to the Shepherd Center in Atlanta and started my rehabilitation program there. Starting over like day one, I had to learn how to eat, dress myself, do things all over again, starting from scratch. One of the activities there at the Shepherd Center was painting. So a couple times a week, I'd push my little chair as best I could down to the studio they had. And there I started painting using taping a paintbrush to my wrist and painting kind of like this. And then I painted some ceramic pots with this cool looking rock paint that when they fired it in the kiln, the paint exploded all different colors, and I was just amazed by that. So I did a lot more of that kind of stuff. And then when it's finally time for me to come home, back to Tupelo, they did all they could do for me there. It was time to come home and do a little physical and occupational therapy here in Tupelo. So I did that, and I remembered painting at the Shepherd Center, so we got some paints at the house, and there for about 6, 7, 8 months. I painted it home with a paintbrush taped to my wrist on canvas and just playing around with it. And then after a while of that, I quit. I quit painting. I just got a little frustrated with it because my mind couldn't really tell my hand what to do. I couldn't really paint as well as I wanted to. So after time goes by, I see a movie. I watched a movie about Jackson Pollock that came on TV, and I saw how he painted. And I didn't know anything about artists or much about paint at all. I do a little bit, and but anyway, I watched this video, and I was amazed of he just stuck a stick in a gallon of paint and just splatter painted. Looked like fun, something I could do. So I thought I was going to try it. So I was revived again on paintings. Let me go over here and grab one of my tools. This is a fork on a styrofoam ball. I can grab things using about a 2-inch ball, so I bought a bunch of these styrofoam balls and stuck on the end of things. And I had a spoon on there, and I'll dip the spoon in the paint, and I'll just drip it all over the canvas. I had about 10 cups in my lap with spoons in them, so I grabbed one spoon and drip another one, and next thing I know, the colors had actually dripped in cups, and I didn't know what was what, so I just grabbed a cup like this. I grabbed a cup like this and drip paint. Well, then I just said, well, I'm just going to grab the cup. I just grabbed the cup and dumped the paint out of the cup, and all the colors in there hit the canvas and exploded. I thought that was something cool, so I'm going to experiment a little more with my cup technique. And I did that, and then the cup technique led to trying all different types of gadgets in the kitchen, like pots and pans, plates, bowls. I use a lot of plates and pans. I'll put the paint in there and drip them off the pan onto the canvas. I like all different colors of paint. The more color, the better. I travel to anytime I go out of town, I always go to paint stores looking for mist tints. One day I'll get I'll make a list of all the places I'm going to stop. I'll get in my van. I'll go to Amory, to Fulton, stopping at any little hardware store, any place that sells paint. I'll go in and talk to them and try to work out a deal on buying all their mist tints. I love mist tints, they're a lot cheaper. So I spend a lot of time, anytime I go out of town, I see a paint store, we got to pull over and look for mist tints. Because I can never have enough paint. I need all the paint I can get. I like to paint a lot of butterflies. The first image I painted was a butterfly. I thought of an image that had lots of color. And the first thing that came to me was a butterfly. And since I was reborn from my accident, just like the butterflies, reborn from a caterpillar. So myself and the butterfly, we have lots in common. Because March the 14th of 2000 changed my life forever, and I found a new love for paint. Something I thought I would never do. My degree was, I was in the business department, going to be a general business and furniture productions. After I became more familiar with my wheelchair, getting around on my own, going back to rehab, occupational therapy at Longtown, and regional rehab, I became a peer supporter for life. So then I went out to the surrounding counties, talking to people in the hospital that had recently been injured, going to their house and just talking to them, getting to know them, talking to them about life, and things that they have to expect from their disability. Talk to them about regional rehab. There are places to go to get occupational and physical therapy. So there are places in Tupelo that offer great organizations to help someone with a disability to overcome their disability, get stronger, and they show you things that are out there in the community. Like Robbie down there at Regional Rehab, we worked with some of their students doing things in the community. We have cookouts every year, and we have a studio on Clayton that students refer to us at our artworks. We have an indoor studio full of paint, glitter, beads, jewelry, cut glass, ceramics, anything you want to do in the art world, we have it, and it's art therapy. So we get from visiting people out in the community, getting referrals from regional rehab and other organizations in the community. We work with all different types of disability. Even if you don't have a disability, you're welcome to come paint with us. People with disabilities, they have family, they have friends, they have PCA, personal care attendants with them. Everyone's invited to come do some art at our artworks. We have received a grant from the Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services back in '06. So we've been an organization for around 14 years now. And it's for the community, anyone that wants to come out and paint a little bit. Painting helped me so much. An opportunity came up through the Mississippi Department of Rehab Services of getting a grant. So I had to take advantage of this opportunity, and since art helped me get through a lot of things I was dealing with, I know it could help other people get through some things that they're dealing with.